What's good, y'all? Today we are back with Eden's Garden. So, look, last episode, Wolfgang died. He died. Somebody murdered him. He was murdered, right? And we gotta figure out who did it. So, let's investigate this. Let's go. Oh yeah, my headphones are, wow. If y'all remember my last video where I was saying like they going in and out, now look at we are back. This is crazy. I can't get over it. Okay, let's just get right into it and investigate the blood, cause before we even look at the body, I can't look at it right now. There was blood speckled across the floor. I didn't notice it at first due to the room's restricted lighting. But now, after my eyes had time to adjust, it couldn't be more obvious.
I see.
Looks like it passes into the hallway too. I'd completely missed these during the blackout. Speaking of, after the body discovery announcement, everyone barged into the boiler room through this door. Yet, these blood spots don't look smudged. I'm guessing they were already dry by the time any of us got here, in which case, could this be Wolfgang's blood? Okay, I don't think so. Let's just go investigate the body. I don't think so though, because he died at 9:30. And that was just like a couple minutes ago, really. I'll inspect I'll inspect the rest of the scene. Let's look at the taser then. A taser gun? Pretty random thing to be lying around a crime scene. It definitely wasn't in the boiler room prior to the murder either. Did that mean this taser gun was involved in the murder? On closer inspection, nothing about the gun looked particularly strange. Had it even been used? I'm pretty sure taser guns dispense some kind of wire when fired. Nearby, some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. Nearby were some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. They were the same shade of yellow as the taser gun. Had these originally been attached to it? I can't tell where they would fit in the gun though. Never mind. What's the point in making guesses when I can just get him to confirm? After all, someone who's a pro at wielding guns should know better than anyone else. Okay. So Desmond. I mean, okay, wait, can I, let's look at the generator. I was gonna say, can I look at the water? Half of the generator's internals had been melted away, and what still remained was completely singed. Yeah, this was definitely the cause of the power outage. What could have melted the wires though? It looked like a bomb had gone off in there.
That's...
Now that I think about it, during the game tournament, yep, that power up. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could, yep. Kaboom. Huh? There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened, similar to a firework going off or someone firing a gun. Did I overhear the sound of the generator being destroyed? Nothing else near the dining hall could have made that kind of noise, I don't think. Generator has been added, okay. My assumption is correct. The generator would have been destroyed around the same time the murder was committed. That's suspicious. There's no way the two events aren't connected. But I'm also working purely off the memory of the boom. To be absolutely sure, I need to know when exactly the blackout occurred. Was there any way to find out? I doubt they would let us look at the... What is that? Hold on. Chunks of something red were floating nearby the generator. It almost looked like metal or maybe plastic. Were these originally part of the generator? The colors and material don't seem to match though. There's a cord in the water. Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. But what happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a frayed tip lined with a black substance. Had the cord been burnt? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe? It wasn't always in this condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided so far, light bulb, speakers, a fridge, they've worked perfectly well. So, what happened to this cord, and why was it even in the water? Okay, let's start talking to people, see what they know. Or see what they found. Winona, you're still here?
Seriously?
Is there a problem with that? Why does she need to frame everything I say in the worst light? I'm preparing to hold a one-on session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement. Is that what you were doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that?
It's simple.
The blackout. Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was no power outage. She can't be serious. That blackout affected the entire building, unless she was outside. Let me rephrase. Where were you when the murder happened?
Sheesh.
Where were you? At Cassidy's game tournament in the dining hall?
Oh, really?
Really? Not what I expected.
Let me see.
Ulysses and I spent this morning by the large tree. We stayed there up and including the time of Wolfgang's murder. Okay. Sounded like she had an alibi then, so her and Ulysses are safe. I'll take y'all out of my suspicion. I mean, I didn't suspect them to begin with, to be honest. As for the location she mentioned, I assume this entire building complex connected to the one generator, but it made more sense for the tree area to have its own separate system. Hence, why it didn't lose power. What about the courtyard though? Was anyone there at the time of the blackout? Okay. Ulysses, can you confirm that she was with you?
Terrible.
That's no. The generator over there is partially submerged in the water. I think we would be wise to stay on this platform. Was he worried about the water being electrified? Ava and I mentioned to stand in it way back when. I don't see why now would be any different. Managed to stand it. Maybe because it seems like Wolfgang got electrocuted. He's in the water. You know, like, it's context clues. But I guess we did do it before. Then again, the generator wasn't damaged this time. I mean, last time. Also, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, since Wolfgang is kneeling in the water, we should avoid touching him.
No.
You don't know for sure if the water is unsafe.
Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first. Saying that, oh, she's doing the light bulb trick again.
Look.
See? It's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well,
I see. Then I suppose it's safe to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? I think I will observe from afar instead. Now isn't the time to be listening to your nerves. Okay. Oh, he really walked away. Okay, what you got, girl? I know, I'm sad too. This is just heartbreaking. Whoever started this, like, you started the killing game. Aren't you going to investigate Wolfgang? Me?
Yeah.
Who else? Back when we mistook that dummy for a body, you poked it pretty nonchalantly.
Hang on.
That's different. I never thought it was real.
I see.
Now that we are finally advancing in the investigation, her cool composure had all but vanished. Yeah, that's a real dude right there. Typical, I guess. She can only keep up an act for so long. Yeah, okay. Knife? Hold on. Jean, I'll get to you in a minute. Knife. A knife? Why was a knife floating in the water? On the blade and in the surrounding water, I could make something out. The unmistakable color of blood. There's no doubt about it. This knife might have something to do with the murder. I have a little quick, like, I'm just gonna say it right now. What if Wolfgang, like, on the flip side, what if Wolfgang was planning to attack somebody? He had the knife, whatever. Maybe he stabbed them and then, you know, they started bleeding. Then he got tased. I don't know. Like, they had like a little scuffle, a little battle. But then why would the other person just have a taser? I don't know. But, okay, let's investigate Wolfgang's body first because it doesn't seem like he's bleeding. So, the other person who was in the room had to have been the one who got stabbed. Why the knife was here and not actually on the platform, I had no idea. They probably tried to throw it over there so it wouldn't get caught. But if that's the case, they should have just kept it on their person. Whatever. Okay. Jean, what you want? Or not what you want, what you think? Take a whiff of the air. Ain't there something off about it? I followed his instructions and sniffed the air. It smelled like burnt rubber. The shoes. Wolfgang's shoes. Because of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's another scent. A real bitter one. You might actually be onto something. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol?
Bad news.
Indeed, I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work. I've had my fair share of travels across the sea, and I'm no stranger to foul play. There's no stench worse than one of a disastrous combination. I mean combustion.
It is how it is.
Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. Really, the smell of a supposed chemical reaction? Where else could it be coming from besides the busted generator? Unless John's conclusion about the smell is wrong? I wouldn't put it past him. Odd smell. Okay. We talked to everybody, let's just get to the body. Oh, never mind. Okay, what else? What else we got? Like, I thought I had checked everything. I don't know what else they want me to check. What is that? Ulysses, just talk to me again, buddy. I don't know what else they want me to do.
Hi.
Why did you move over here? It's
The struggle.
I feel it's highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That is why I moved over here to investigate. More like he didn't want to be anywhere near Wolfgang's body. And what was a first for the investigation? Something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face. It was curiosity. What is it? Look at the floor in front of the door. This... Yes.
Seriously?
This is just a small piece of scrap metal.
Do you think?
Even so, it's still a part of the crime scene. It necessitates documentation.
That's not important.
Seriously? Something this small means nothing. That's about to be crucial. Could have even come from the generator or the pipes above us. Ingrid could have been carrying it for all we know. This guy. There's so much here he could actually document, and instead he's focusing on some flimsy piece of metal. All the more reason to rely on myself. But that's about a... Oh no, that's a bobby pin. Yeah, that's a bobby pin. How does that come in handy though? Is this door maybe... I don't know. Okay. Alright, it feels like I've given the boiler room a good rundown. Which means they didn't have to zoom in on it like that. I see him, guys. Just yesterday, Wolfgang was talking with us, eating breakfast with us. You know, my last moment, the last time I saw him, It was when he was peeking over in the store. That was it. That was the last time I spoke to him, I think. And before that, he was pressing me in the dining hall. I should have talked to him at the store. I didn't hang out with him because I did not even think that he would die chapter 1, you know? Like, what? I mean, we passed the shock. Initial shock is gone. But wow. I was thinking, yeah, he got it in him chapter 5. Like, he come in strong, you know? That is crazy. Okay, anyway, who had the resolve to commit such a needlessly brutal murder? To go as far as to mangle his body. He's crying. I couldn't unpack it. I didn't know how to. This wasn't just some dummy I had to investigate. This was a real person. It was so far out of my expertise, let alone my comfort zone.
Hello.
Do you want to inspect him? So, did she really have to scare me like that? Yeah, I want to inspect him. It's just the idea of getting close to him.
Where?
I'll investigate with you. It'll be easier for both of us that way. Right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, we got it. Let's go. Wolfgang lay completely still, his face frozen in a look of horror. His once bright eyes were shrouded in darkness, and his mouth was open as if he'd been killed mid-scream. If his expression said it all, Wolfgang did everything in his power to make us outcast. No, not to make us outcast and make the worst of us. At times, I even hated him for it. He was doing the most. But this brought no relief to either of us. Nope. I ain't want to see you dead, bruh. I ain't even think I would see you dead. Wolfgang, what happened in his final moments that left him so terrified? Was it the realization he was about to die? Mulling over what ifs won't bring me any closer to solving Wolfgang's murder. Right now, my focus should be to find evidence. And that begins my investigation of his body. Yep, okay. I really wish I could hear this in both ears. But we was just doing laundry the other day. Okay. Let's check his hand out, I guess. With the way Wolfgang was slumped over the platform, it almost looked like he'd fallen on top of it.
Focus.
Yeah. Let me see if his palms are scratched. As I knelt down to take a closer look, trickling out from under the cuff of Wolfgang's sleeve onto the rest of his hand, a strange injury that looked a lot like a tree sapling. Maybe poison? Was he poison? Oh, burn. Burn mark. When I looked at Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Markings that seemed to extend down the arm.
The hell?
Look at this.
Hello.
Let me see. Or does that happen when you get electrocuted? I don't know. Yeah, burn marks. That's really horrible. They look like gross little veins. What inflicted them?
That's...
There's a taser a little ways off from where we're standing, but I couldn't find anything to indicate that it's been fired. So the only other thing I could think of is the generator.
Is that really true?
Why the generator?
I know.
The thing has clearly been destroyed by something. Maybe Wolfgang got caught in that something, and that's how he died.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. The generator seems far away from Wolfgang is lying to cause burn. The generator seems too far away from where Wolfgang is lying to cause burns like these.
Look at this.
Plus, the room's water isn't conductive, so electricity couldn't even travel through it.
Right.
So my whole theory was wrong then. Last video. You're right. Anything able to melt the generator's wires would have burned his suit to a crisp too. Exactly.
Thinking thinking?
I think Wolfgang received these burns outside the boiler room. There's just nothing here that could leave these markings. As for the actual place he got burnt, guess we'll have to try and find it ourselves. That is, if such a place even exists. While it's possible the generator might not have been involved in the murder, it seemed unlikely that Wolfgang made a detour for the boiler room after being severely burnt. After all, burns like his would definitely paralyze someone. As for Wolfgang's palms, they didn't have any markings on them. Still, he must have fallen somehow. Why else would he be lying on the platform? Okay. Wow. Let's look at that face. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the back of his neck was a massive bruise. Now who did this to this man? That looks like a really bad injury. Almost his entire neck is discolored.
Damn.
Right. How did he get this on the back of his neck? Nothing around us seems to have left it. This might sound morbid, but what if it's a sign of his body decomposing?
That's...
Can a body really decompose this fast? It could, or it could not. It probably depends on the environment. As in, the temperature?
Correct.
Correct. Cold places are generally better at preserving things than warm and humid areas like this boiler room.
Thinking.
Kind of like dairy products. That's a good comparison. A tone-deaf one, but sure. Might I say, we compare milk to human bodies? Okay. Wolfgang didn't have this bruise yesterday at the very least. If he did, it would have been super noticeable.
fair.
Yeah, true. Turning my attention back to Wolfgang, I caught something else on his body. Near the mark on his neck, but not directly overlapping it. A red dot? Either injection, because taser would be 2 dots, but this is 1. So it gotta be, like, injected with something? I don't know. Unless, Is that a beauty mark? Doesn't look like it. The skin around the dots seems to be inflamed. It reminds me of a popped pimple. The sort of wound you could easily inflict on yourself.
So,
Then you don't think this is related to the murder? It might not be, but
There must be something.
judging by the lack of scabbing, this was inflicted pretty recently. So we may as well keep it in mind. Wolfgang's neck. Well, let's look at your suit. Your blazer. He was always so clean too. Like, can I have his suits that are, in his dorm? I know he has extras. Wolfgang's suit was completely crumpled, a far cry from his once clean appearance. Water had seeped into the pants, completely ruining the fabric. As I leaned in close, I spotted a full... I told y'all he got invited down here or something. Okay. Though, it was soaked. It wasn't completely destroyed.
Damn.
I really don't want to touch him, but... With my thumb and index finger, I snatched the paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. I gingerly folded open the paper, aware that some of the wetter spots could fall apart immediately, and found a message written inside. That's some very ugly handwriting. Do you recognize it?
No.
A lot of this text is unreadable. Whoever wrote this probably used a low-quality pen. Let me see the text, although, at the bottom of the page, fragments of a message were still visible. Secret, 8:15 a.m., boiler room, close the door. Doesn't this read a lot like a command? It seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him here.
Let's see.
Could that someone be the culprit?
not sure.
8:15. That's a long time before the death, though. Maybe there's a struggle, or maybe Wolfgang arrived late. You don't seem like the type
Something.
to arrive late. Either way, this message is definitely a valuable clue. It's our only insight into Wolfgang's movements before his death. Well, now I really want to know where everybody was at that time. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was scheduled to happen. I want to say one thing too right here. Kai woke up before me. I was sleeping. It isn't usual that like we never oversleep or anything. This is an unusual day. We just so happen to oversleep. Kai wakes us up. Who's to say he wasn't down there at 8:15? I don't know why he would be though. Cause he came back at 8:30. He was at the room at 8:30 and woke us up at 8:30. So that's a 15-minute window, and Wolfgang died at 9:30, so I don't think it was Kai. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was scheduled to happen. It's only 35 minutes before the tournament. Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and I would have already been in the dining hall. Right, setting up equipment, so they're all safe.
That's...
As for the other students, directly asking them where they were at 8:15 might be risky.
Where?
Because they would wonder where we got the information from. Yep, exactly. And I prefer to keep this note between the two of us. At least for now. Oh yeah. Smudge all over. Okay, so that means Winona, Ulysses, Ava, Damon, Mark, and Jet. 6 people are safe. Those 6 are clear.
Anyways.
I'm narrowing it down. Anyway, this thing about a secret, what do you think that means?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really sure. It could be referring to anything. Anything, huh? You know what it means?
I know.
I have an idea. The author of this letter might be talking about Wolfgang's blackmail. They just lied to him. Huh? If they claimed to have it, they could have baited him here without much issue. After all, Wolfgang asked us to meet with the person whose blackmail we had.
Strange.
A derelict boiler room is a pretty ominous place to meet someone, though. It would have been Wolfgang's first time here, too, assuming he didn't explore this room beforehand.
What could it be?
Either he didn't see the super obvious danger in meeting here alone, or he did realize and just didn't care. Right. Does that change anything about what I said? Well, duh. If Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for... I'm sorry, she just... But that always gets me. If Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for coming might have been less to do with integrity.
You see?
And more to do with desperation.
Huh?
Desperation? To know the details of his blackmail. He wanted to know bad what it said. If only Wolfgang had hidden this note somewhere safe instead of bringing it here. It would have been very valuable information. I doubt he could have envisioned something like this happening. He was never really on his guard during this killing game. Except around you and me, I guess. And we not even the ones who killed you, bruh. Let's check your body out. Now that I think about it, the place where Wolfgang laid was odd. What were the chances he would end up here between the only opening of the fence? The one spot where he could kneel over like this. Was it possible he'd been trying to climb onto the platform before he died? It's strange. Why didn't he use the stairs, though? And even stranger, that he wasn't even in the water. That seemed to be everything I could gather.
Hello.
Hey, Damon. Since we've inspected the boiler room, we should find the students who left and ask them for their testimonies.
Right.
They went upstairs to investigate Wolfgang's dorm, right? Yes, because of what I had said earlier. The victim's last known whereabouts are the best places to search for clues.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what they've been up to. Apart from collecting testimonies, there were 2 other matters on my mind. 1, getting Desmond to inspect the taser gun. And 2, pinpointing exactly when the blackout occurred, in case it happened at the time of the murder. I walked over to the boiler room, which had been left slightly ajar. But as I began to pull it the rest of the way open, I noticed it. The doorknob, something about it, looked different.
I...
Hey, Ava. The doorknob, I think it's been flipped.
Uh,
Flipped? Are you sure? Take a look for yourself. The first time we woke up here, I'm pretty sure this lock was on the inside, not outside.
is that really true?
How would someone be able to flip a doorknob though?
That's...
By unscrewing it, probably. So the bobby pin. So did they lock? They asked Wolfgang to meet up in this room, right? Then they locked him in there, and they put in poison. They poisoned him, pretty much. Cause what John was smelling like poisonous chemical smell, whatever. They poisoned him. Wolfgang was trying to pick his way out with the bobby pin. But that's too much. That's too much. Cause then there's a knife and he's in the water. He's not even next to the door. So now I'm just chatting. Let's just keep going. Okay. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Huh?
What do you mean? This is the first time I've noticed it.
Is that really true?
Really? You didn't notice it back when you entered the boiler room with Kai? No, not even then. It might have been because of the darkness or my own nerves, but back then I wasn't paying attention to small details like the doorknob. All I wanted to do was enter the boiler room.
Anyways.
I know that makes me sound stupid.
Listen to me.
It's okay. I mean, I probably would have noticed the doorknob had I been there, but... Bro, you did not need to say that. What? Alright. Anyway, this discovery paints an interesting picture. Since the lock was now accessible from the hallway, you could technically lock the boiler room shut without ever stepping foot into it. Yeah, but if that's... Somebody did run out of the boiler room though, 1. And 2, there's too many like weapons. Why is there a taser and a knife in this room? Yeah, meaning that if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room, all you had to do was lure them in and close the door behind them. Okay.
Moving on.
Come on, we need to collect other people's testimonies before the investigation ends. Right, let's go. Wolfgang, I'm gonna find out who did this to you. I'm gonna get them caught. Oh, Jean is safe too. I didn't say, well, hold on, no he not. He was at the tournament, but he doesn't have anything, you know, for before that, because he wasn't one of the people who helped set it up. As a million questions rattled away in my mind, I followed Ava out of the boiler room. Cassidy. Actually, wait, before we go upstairs, it's probably worth checking out the storage closets first. Why? I found something in the boiler room that might be related to them. The cord, yep. That extension cord. We should confirm if it did indeed come from a storage closet.
However,
Okay. But first, I want to talk to Cassidy.
Come again?
You want to talk to her? Yes, I want to talk to her. Is that bad? She wasn't much help last investigation. Yes, she was. The stepladder?
well,
Well, any help is better than no help.
Fair.
Alright, I'll talk to Cassidy first and then I'll investigate the storage closets on this floor. Cassidy, let's talk. Cassidy was pacing around the hallway with a finger on her chin, seemingly doing nothing.
yo!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was performing a super sweep down on this here hallway. That's a lot of words for wandering around aimlessly.
Listen to me.
Can you put your sweep down on hold? I have a really important question.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Just don't drag it too long, okay? Gotta finish my sweep down before time's up.
You see,
Do you remember who attended the tournament? The game tournament? Everyone who was slated to join kept their word, so we had a full house.
what about...
There were 8 people in total. Jet, Mark, Grace, John, Kai, and the 3 of us.
Huh?
Something on your mind? Well, since the murder happened in the boiler room,
Well,
wouldn't that mean everyone in the dining hall has an alibi?
ooh.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. She's totally right. Also, since we split into pairs while investigating those rooms down the hall, every pair can vouch for each other.
Right.
Right, we all split up. What were the groups again?
Yep.
Jet and I explored Storage Closet B.
Eh?
Storage Closet B?
Check it out.
Mm-hmm. That's what I call it. Wait, that's what it's called on the map. Does she mean the map on the Tozu trinket? I activated my trinket, but sure enough. See? Storage Closet B. There's also Storage Closet A, Storage Closet C, Storage Closet D. Those are definitely the rooms we explored.
I see.
In that case, Kai and I must have explored Storage Closet C. I remember it clearly. The two of us checked the closet above and opposite the one Cassidy searched. According to this map, the only closet to fit those perimeters is Storage Closet C.
Correct.
Grace and I investigated the closet directly next to Damon's, so we must have been inside Storage Closet A,
Yeah.
which leaves Mark and John to Storage Closet D. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay? You know, Damo, since you're here,
Question.
what's the deal with you in the boiler room?
Huh?
What? When Kai told us party peeps about Wolfie... Wow. When Kai told us party peeps about Wolfie, he said you two went inside the boiler room.
How?
The heck did you do that for? You were supposed to check out the storage closet.
No.
You're not casting suspicion on me, are you? Me? No way. As far as Cass is concerned, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I investigated the storage closet with Kai. We just didn't find anything inside.
Anyway.
Although we did hear someone run down the hallway.
And I hear
Huh?
you.
For real? You didn't? Mm-hmm. We heard them thump, 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 thump.
Doubt it.
Weird. I don't remember any footsteps.
It's the truth.
I do.
Really?
Meh? Wait, did you really? I heard them while Grace and I were investigating the storage room next to yours.
However,
I just brushed it off as my imagination, though.
F.
Guess me and Jet must have been talking over them. Were those footsteps the reason you entered the boiler room, Damo? It's Damon. And yeah, they came from the direction of that room, so I wanted to see what the person was running from.
For real?
Whew, really? I would just have chased over after the footsteps. I mean, entering the boiler room after something like that, you weren't scared a murderer was hiding inside? What I actually discovered wasn't much better. True. Then, whose footsteps could those have been? I don't know why anyone would be running around those spooky hallways, let alone in the dark.
What about...
Unless, maybe they were also looking for a backup generator? Or maybe
That's
they
not
were the
important.
killer. I doubt it's that innocent. Considering the place this person ran away from was the crime scene, those footsteps were probably the killer's. What? You mean fresh off committing the murder? Fresh off the murder, or a bit after, depends on what time we went downstairs. Either way, whether it was immediately after the murder or not, for a brief moment, the only thing separating us from Wolfgang's killer were the storage room walls. Wow. It's creepy to think about. Footsteps. Thus, bit by bit, the mystery slowly unravels.
My genius
No
is
need to
almost
thank
right.
me, 'tis all a day's work. She didn't even do anything. Dang, why we got so close? Okay, let's go check the storage rooms out. Yeah, they were literally, I'ma reenact it. They ran down here and then they had to turn a corner. If me and Kai were really like locked in, I would have took the boiler room and Kai would have ran after the person, you know? Okay, let's just investigate these rooms though. So far, I need to hear everybody's testimonies because so far, this is kind of like, what in the world happened to him? The map says this is storage closet B.
Right.
Right, the closet that Cassidy and Jet explored. Do you see that?
Huh?
See what? The box in the corner over there, look. Confused, I turned to where she was pointing. Huh? This is I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
A generator, right? The one you were referring to during the blackout?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Since I've explored these rooms before, I knew one of them had a backup generator.
That's...
If this closet has the backup generator, wouldn't that mean the ones who restored the power?
Thinking.
Well, if Cassidy and Jet were the only people who entered this room, they seemed to be the people who brought the power back. Wow, I'm surprised those two actually knew how to navigate a generator. I mean, they're both like technological enhanced. They know how to use technology. That seems to be all there is in this closet. Okay. Let's go to another one then. So if this is B, and we'll just go to the one across from that actually. So this should be the one that Mark and John were in, right? If I'm not mistaken. This is the same one. Why is she so bright? You're glowing. Okay, this is storage closet A.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look around. As he began to inspect the shelves, the glint of something shiny caught my eye. Ava! Ava, look! There's a rolling pin here. The handprint's on it too. What are you implying? That someone used this recently, and not for its intended purpose. They hit Wolfgang on the back of the neck with that. Look, can you see how the handprints are at the base of the pin? You aren't rolling much dough if you're wielding this like a tennis racket, are you? The pin is also really dusty. If it came from the kitchen, it would be clean like the rest of the utensils over there. Yeah, agreed. Not only that, right, there's a dent on the pin too. Really? On the opposite end, the handprints. Can you see it? I can't see it because y'all not even showing it to me. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Handprints and a dent. That's definitely not a coincidence.
Focus.
Could this pin have something to do with that mark we found on Wolfgang's neck? If it was used to knock him out, it would not only explain the dent on the pin, but also the bruise on Wolfgang's neck. How did it make its way into this closet, though?
Huh?
What do you mean? How did the pin make its way into the closet after the killer used it?
There must be something.
I mean, if the footsteps Kai and I heard were the killers, they probably chucked the pin in here on their way out. How? If y'all was in the room, how would they do that?
Absolutely not.
See, she like, no, that's not what happened. If the killer entered this closet and hid the rolling pin,
Listen to me.
Grace and I would have seen them. Of course, she and Grace were investigating this closet at that time. What if the killer placed the pin in here before any of us came downstairs? Then why would they go back in the boiler room? If they were out in the hallway, why didn't they use that as their chance to escape? Oh my gosh, she's right about that too! Could this rolling pin really be unrelated? But it lines up so well with the other evidence. But then that would support the theory that Wolfgang and the person had some kind of tussle outside of the boiler room. But then how does he get back in the boiler room? Like, if he did get hit in this closet, right? And he got his little neck bruise, why would he still go in the boiler room?
Moving on.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else to this room. Let's keep investigating. One moment she's speaking nonsense, the next she's totally coherent. I don't think I'll ever understand this girl. When was she speaking nonsense? I must have missed that. Okay. Let us see though, let us see. So we've checked both of these rooms, now it's time for these two.
Look.
This is storage closet D.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and John explored this one. Let's see what I can find here. Is there anything weird about this room?
That's...
I think I see something behind this pile of boxes. I stood on my tippy toes to get a better look, and so they really are here.
Well,
Dang, no. What's here? Extension cords, a whole bunch of them.
strange.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. These are definitely the same type of cord I saw in the boiler room. Only difference is these still have their other half intact. Huh. Internal plugs are pretty slim compared to other kinds of cords. The fact these cords match the ones in the boiler means the killer must have rummaged through the closets. These closets for equipment, yeah. For what reason they needed the cord, I had no idea, but this was still a step in the right direction. Besides that box of cords, nothing else in this room is important. Do we even want to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. One more room left, the one that me and Kai explored. And it should be right here, right in front of me. That's a ladder. I don't think that's important. This was the closet Kai and I explored. It was hard to get a look at its contents in the dark, but seeing it now, there doesn't seem to be anything important here. I think we can move on. Okay. We've looked through all the closets now.
So,
Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. The rolling pin and that stack of extension cords, there's no doubting their relevance to this case. At least based on what I've investigated so far.
Anyway.
Ava, let's go upstairs and collect some more testimonies. Finally. Okay. Yes. Heading upstairs would be a bad idea. There are still things in the hallway I need to investigate. I thought we investigated everything. Y'all just told me to, What the? Hold on. Hold on. There's dried blood on the floor. For some reason, it seemed to pool right over this particular spot. Dried blood. Like the blood in the boiler room.
Huh?
You noticed the blood in there?
correct.
I noticed you noticing it.
I see.
So,
Do you think... Who do you think left his blood behind?
Focus.
Well, it can't be Wolfgang, can it? Considering the sort of injuries he sustained, it wouldn't make sense for him to have spilled a lot of blood.
There must be something.
Which means the only other possibility we're left with is
what could it be?
the blood belongs to someone else? Yeah, exactly. If that's the killer's blood, then the killer can't just be around here like acting all, peacefully and stuff. But it's also dried, so I guess it's old, so maybe they had time to go to the room and clean up. But still, if they were the one who was stabbed, and not only do they have blood on the boiler room floor, but also in the hallway, it seemed like they got hurt pretty badly. So they shouldn't just be like chilling, hey, what's up, let's go investigate this body. No, they should be like, like, dang, I just got stabbed in my arm, whatever. I got stabbed in my back, y'all. If I didn't notice the blood here, would you have pointed it out to me?
Eh?
I would have pointed it out to you if the roles were reversed. That way you'd know not to step on it.
Right.
Sure, I'd point it out.
Thanks.
Thanks. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, I think that's it now. Now I think we can go collect testimonies. That is interesting though. Yep. As Ava and I emerged from the basement on the lookout for anything, for testimonies.
Eh?
Right in front of us, a flustered Eloise was huddled with her back to the wall. Standing next to her. Sup, you guys? Might want to lower your voice around here. Some stuff has happened.
What could it be?
Is something wrong? Sorry, Eloise. Eloise had a bit of a frightening experience recently.
You think?
I think we all have. Dang, I think we all have.
No kidding.
Well, yeah, the scene downstairs is bad, but I'm talking about something else. After Tozu left, we tried going inside Wolfgang's room to look for clues. But the moment we stepped in, she suddenly pounced on me. Grace? She dragged me out. She dragged me out, and Desmond ran after us. Or Mara. I haven't been able to get my heart to stop beating so quickly since. Hold on, this she you're referring to.
Shit.
Yep. Okay. I was trying to like save Grace from it. Be like, oh no, it was Mara. No, it was Grace. It was Grace. She's been guarding Wolfgang's dorm ever since she kicked us out. Grace was blocking access to Wolfgang's dorm. We can't let her bar us from entering his room. The class trial could start at any moment. That's what I tried telling everyone else, but they pretty much gave up. I see her in the back too. Jed and Mark went to the dining hall, Diana went to the laundry room, and Toshiko and Ingrid went to the courtyard. So Diana is by herself, investigating. Eloise and I, though, we're not gonna let this slide. You see these arrows I got on my back? We gonna get into that dorm room, so we just brainstorming other ways to approach Grace.
Think about it this way.
And we've landed on something. Performing a brief inquisition. Inquisition. If Grace doesn't want to cooperate, we'll start badgering her with with questions. Poke at her ego until it eventually retreats. If you want, you can join us. A debater must be good at dishing verbal beatdowns, yeah? I did come here to inspect Wolfgang's dorm, so I might as well. If that's the case,
I'm out.
I'll go to the dining hall and ask Jet and Mark for their testimonies. You're not coming alone?
Where?
Along? Grace isn't someone I'd like to be around right now. You three can handle her. Something tells me she's just afraid of her talent being mocked.
Right.
No sweat. Have fun with Jen and Mark.
Goodbye.
She left in the direction of the laundromat, clearly taking the long route to the dining hall. Okay. Should we approach Grace then?
Totally.
Yeah, let's not waste any time.
Okay.
Right, okay. Do you want to take the lead, Damon? Oh, sure. I wasn't going to admit it to either of their faces, but their plan seemed pretty half-baked. Not because I was going to face off with Grace, but because she was too. How could a bumbling person like her be of any help in a verbal showdown? If anything, she'll probably make us look uncoordinated. Guess I'll have to do most of the heavy lifting here. Since Grace was guarding Wolfgang's dorm, she should be right around the corner. Wait, then who is this? Oh yeah, that's Grace. What am I to say? Grace, we have to talk. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. We need to get inside. I know y'all was sleeping together last night, but we have to get inside. Don't you two yuppies get it? You're not coming in.
Don't get it mixed up.
Hang on, we're not here for that. Damon just wants to ask you a question.
Back off.
He isn't coming in either.
Jeez.
Why not? I need to investigate Wolfgang's dorm.
Soybean.
Back off, Soybean. His room is none of your business. Except it is. I have to search his last known whereabouts, which includes his dorm room by default.
See that?
What if I said I've done the job for you?
Come again.
As in, you've searched the room? High and low. Want to know what I found? Nothing. For us to believe that, we need to see it ourselves.
Oi!
You think I'm lying?
Just saying.
There's a chance you could be, unfortunately.
Eh?
Think about it. You haven't given us any reason to believe you. Someone who's got nothing to hide wouldn't be acting so protective right now, you know? It gives the impression there's only one reason you don't want us to see, because you killed him.
Anyway.
Also, Couldn't this be considered breaking the rules? Tozu wants this game to be fair, but being prevented from searching every room, that doesn't seem very fair.
Don't test me.
Even if it isn't, what are you going to do? I'll report it to Tozu.
You.
Huh?
Makes sense.
Nice idea. What do you say we look for him now? If Tozu agrees this is sabotage, he might call Mara to help. You know she got that sniper on her. Hey, it's not sabotage. I'm not hiding anything about the murder. Don't try to get me involved. Desmond? Desmond never mentioned Wolfgang's murder?
Anyway.
Look, just let us into the room. If you're telling the truth, we'll drop our suspicions.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
The reality of the situation is we gotta invade Wolfgang's privacy if we want to know what happened to him. He would want to investigate our dorms if we were the ones who died. Grace stood there silently, gritting her teeth. Then she stepped away from the door.
Okay.
Phew. Sweet. Thanks, Grace. With sighs of relief, we entered Wolfgang's dorm. Dang, this is not how I wanted to come in here, you know? This is not the situation that... Whatever. I see a lot of clothes lying around the place. I'm not gonna say nothing. While some of my expectations were correct, a lot about the room still surprised me. I anticipated the layout resembling my dorm and the decor reflecting his talent. What I didn't expect was how messy it was. Well, maybe not messy, just really casual. A room that had clearly been well lived in.
Oi, you.
Don't move things around when you inspect them. I want to keep this room as is. He's a little teddy bear on his bed. That is so cute. Let's see the calendar he had. Okay. Wolfgang also had a pinup calendar in his room. Is this useful for the investigation? Like for the trial? I'm just trying to get all the points that I can. This isn't what I should be focused on. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Well, let's check these clothes first. I can't even, like, I need to see them. Clothes were scattered across the room, including a familiar looking woman's jacket. Nothing about them looked suspicious. You, Grace. Your jacket. Oh, Wolfgang's jacket too. An intricate pattern couch side by side with two red sofa chairs. Even the throw pillows seem to be arranged in just the right way. Are these like more clothes? Okay, yeah. So you didn't want us to come in here because outwardly it doesn't look like there's anything wrong. You just, I don't know. A large toy bear adorned the bed. Something tells me that didn't belong in the room originally. Yeah. Grace, you brought that in here? I know they were sleeping comfortably. Huge wooden bookshelves filled to the brim with a catalog of books towered over the room. Skimming the titles, most seem to be about, although some were about old court cases rehashed with a new evidence. Did Wolfgang really read any of these, or were they all just for show? I don't know. More books. Okay. Calendar. Okay, I mean, I'm not seeing anything. I'll talk to Grace because I'm not seeing anything in this room that's like overtly suspicious. I think they were just chilling, you know? We're not here for that. For what? Hey. Normally she'd be meeting my eyes.
Quit it.
I know you suspect me. I can tell by the look on your face. But I don't know anything about his death. To be in the dark like everyone else about a person she was so close to, I feel bad. They were together on the train, even if it was just casual talk. They were together on the train. They woke up together, like in the dining hall and everything. And then they shared rooms with each other. Dang. I'm sorry, Grace. And to think I suspected you too. I mean, even Wolfgang, literally, he has like a voice line dedicated to him. Miss Madison, like, you know? It could have been anything, but he has one specifically to address her. Grace can claim to know nothing about the murder, but what about everything before it?
Anyway.
So, I heard a rumor you became Wolfgang's new bunk buddy. This room seems to confirm that. How is he this morning? Grumpy, happy, sick?
Eh?
We were planning to go to the game. Hold on. Let me just keep talking, my bad. But that, the poke on his neck. Oh, but then that would be, never mind. But he woke up with an ache on his stomach. There's no way, maybe that's just coincidence? I feel like I guess maybe it's nothing more to it. Can I get my hearing back, please? He woke up sick? If you're telling me the truth, then Wolfgang planned to attend the tournament.
That's not it.
Why did he say the opposite yesterday? Yeah, he was like, I'm a little hesitant about attending. Not sure. From what I remember, Wolfgang said he'd be too busy to attend the tournament. Maybe he didn't, maybe she could have convinced him. Or maybe he was just saying that because he was nervous. More like he wanted another round at the pachinko machine.
Watch and learn.
I would know. I interrogated him after breakfast.
No.
What? That's seriously what he meant?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which was why I told him, hey, no, let's do the tournament. Wow. He was a bit finicky at first, typical for a soybean, but he eventually caved. Wolfgang was a pachinko player? I'm not sure I can believe that. Dang. Then again, some of the paraphernalia in this room looked neither golf nor law related.
Okay.
Alright, so based on what you're saying, Wolfgang agreed to attend the tournament yesterday. However, come this morning, Wolfgang remembered the pirate was attending, so he suggested I track down that guy and partner with him instead.
Right.
Right, because you needed to bring a partner to the tournament. Wolfgang, he knew I was miffed about it. His smile said as much, but I walked out the door anyway. She probably thinking if I would have stayed with him. Wolfgang said he was too sick to get out of bed, so I walked away. If Wolfgang really had been bedridden, how did he wind up in the boiler room? Either he didn't come out of his own volition, or he was never sick to begin with. By the look on her face, I could tell Grace realized the same. With all that said, it wasn't like Wolfgang had anything to hide. With all that said, it wasn't like Wolfgang to hide anything. For a guy who's so gung-ho about honesty, you'd think he would confide in the person he's closest to. Especially, like, on his little report card, it says he hates lies. Did the letter I found in his blazer pocket have something to do with it? Yep. Let's meet at 8:15. Close the door. While only a few words were legible, a lot could be gleaned from them. For example, I don't know what that said. How do I go back and check? Oh, view backlog. F2. Maybe he wanted to shield Grace. Oh wait, there you go. Okay. While only a few words, for example, that mention of a secret. Did the rest of the note? I can't go back. It won't let me go back to it. Okay. Maybe he wanted to shield Grace from the information even he couldn't handle. Or maybe he simply didn't want her to know. Maybe it had something to do with Grace. No, because if that's the case, then Eloise would have wrote it. Because she was the only one who, had known about Grace's, secret. Whatever the reason, Wolfgang deliberately hid information from someone. Because I can't think of anything else that would make him deliberately hide it, because if it was simply, his motive, he could have told her that. He didn't have to tell her. Because even at that point, he doesn't know what his own, motive is. So he could have told her, hey, I gotta go meet with this person because they want to discuss, I don't know. But, I don't know. But if he did tell her, then it would have been over. Because then we would have known who she was with. Or who he was with, I mean. Oh my gosh. Come on, Wolfgang. You should have told her. This case would have been done a lot faster. Wait, I want to talk to Eloise, not you, Grace. You jealous? You see the clothes thrown on the floor? Eloise was kneeling on the floor, sorting through Wolfgang's bedside ottoman with a serious look on her face. Hey, can we talk for a second?
Give me a moment.
Okay. She closed the ottoman and stood up, now wearing the same nervous expression she always did. Is there something wrong? I want to know your whereabouts during Wolfgang's murder. When the murder happened, I was with Desmond in the courtyard. The courtyard? Yes. You can ask Desmond to confirm if you're confused. No, I'm fine.
It's simple.
Let me just ask this. What were you doing during the blackout? Blackout? Yeah, you did experience it, right?
That's not...
No, I don't think there was ever a blackout. We were only alerted to the murder because of Tozu's announcement. I see. My theory was right. If Winona never experienced a blackout in a tree room and Eloise never experienced a blackout in the courtyard, both those buildings seem to be connected to an entirely different power source. Okay. So... that means if they really were together during the murder, Desmond and Eloise are safe too. Which only leaves, Jean, Toshiko, and a couple other people. I just can't think of who. Diana, yeah. I think just those three to be still suspects. What's up, Damon?
Hi.
Hey, can you check something out for me?
Easy enough.
In here, or
That's not it.
in the boiler room? I found a taser gun in there.
Are you for real?
I can't tell if it's been fired or not. I don't think it has, but I want to know for sure, because if I'm wrong and this taser gun was used, it might clue us in onto the nature of Wolfgang's death.
No kidding.
What we're talking about is that big a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're skilled at using guns, I
All
figured.
good.
No sweat. I'll see to it once I'm done here. Thanks for the heads up, Damon. Well, that's all I could find. Why was Grace so antsy about people entering? There didn't seem to be anything suspicious lying around here. In any case, since I'm done here, I should head to the dining hall. I'm pretty sure that's where Ava said she was going. Maybe it's just like she didn't want people invading that space, you know? That was like his personal space. And their personal space. As soon as I entered the room, Ava walked over to me. Hello, I just finished talking to everyone here. Anything important?
Rage.
Nothing important. I don't think Jet and Mark are taking this seriously. This might end up like the mock trial where only a couple people know what they're doing. Does she really think so? Bro, Wolfgang is really dead. Jet, what you mean you're not taking it seriously? Mark, Wolfgang is dead. While the information definitely didn't bode well with me, I couldn't afford to be discouraged by it. Not unless I want to die in this game.
Focus.
I'll see if I can make those two talk.
Thanks.
Good luck. Jet. Actually, let me talk to my boy Kai. Let's talk to him first. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout himself? If is the maintenance of this place seriously our responsibility?
Not okay!
The fridge and pantry are restocked every day though. Can't things just be consistent? Whining aside, he made a good point. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout? Thinking back on his spiel from earlier. Yeah, equal chance of success. Did Tozu abstain from fixing the blackout because it was important to the killer? They could easily make their escape if no one could see anything.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Damon, since you're here. I've been thinking really hard about those footsteps we heard
Done.
when we were in the storage closet.
No, seriously.
Yeah, they were soft, right? Like the person was wearing socks.
I see.
Now that you mention it, it did sound like socks on a hard floor. Of all things to be right about, it has to be this. What do you mean?
Man.
I mean, why didn't the killer just wear shoes? Think about it. The sound of something like heels would be pretty distinct, right? Or what about sneakers? They get really squeaky on a smooth floor. And
Don't say that.
what I'm saying is, you could totally figure out the shoe from the sound it makes. And if you know what shoes the killer had on, you could just look for the person with the matching pair. But socks? Anyone can be wearing socks. The person probably removed their shoes for that reason.
This sucks.
Ugh, just our luck. Yeah, they were soft. So wait, this time says 9:35, unless that's just decoration and that doesn't mean anything? Maybe this is how we could tell what time the blackout occurred, because the system came on. You get what I'm saying? But I should have talked to Mark after saying that, but we'll talk to Jet. Is it me or is something funky about this place? I don't know, man. Everything feels kind of off. Can't place it though, and it's bugging me. Sounded like he was just uncomfortable being here. I guess I can't blame him. With the turn things have taken, the tension and excitement of the tournament was all but a distant memory. And this room was now a reminder Wolfgang died right under our noses. Yep. So he is literally nothing for us. Thanks, Jet. Mark, what about you? You look a little sad.
Hi.
Hey, Desmond and Eloise told me you plan to investigate Wolfgang's dorm. Grace isn't guarding it anymore. You can go inside now. Let me guess. You don't want to investigate?
It's nothing.
I just came here to make sure my interface wasn't damaged. This investigation could spell the difference between life and death, and your priority is this stupid music-making machine. Don't you think it looks suspicious what you're doing?
What?
I heard people are already giving Grace the side-eye for being uncooperative. What might they say if they find out you ditched the investigation?
Slow down.
Yo, hold on! Jet called out to us from the other side of the room and ran over. Can't you see broski isn't feeling well? Give the guy some space.
That's not important.
I don't care. I'm working on a time limit. Who are you to talk anyway? Yeah? Judging by the look on broski's face whenever you guys are together,
It's simple.
out of everyone here, I think you'd know the least about personal space. What? No way. Sure, Mark might not be able to talk a whole lot, but if he wasn't having fun, do you really think we'd be spending so much time together?
Broskies always stick together.
Come on, broski, back me up here. No way. Time. Huh? What time did the murder happen?
That's
9:35 a.m. Check this. He pointed at the... That's what I was saying. Yep, this is the time of the murder. Like, it was like this when I came back here. I think the clock got screwed over by the blackout. So now it's frozen on whatever it was displaying before it lost power. Then that confirms my suspicions. The blackout and, by association, the destruction of the generator occurred at the time of Wolfgang's murder. DJ Pad Clock. Thanks.
My man.
Nice going, bro. You hit the jackpot. Bet it's cause I'm here with you, huh? Sheesh, this was getting hard to watch. Okay. I feel like they're gonna become actual friends for real though. Eventually. Okay, I'll talk to everybody here. Oh, the kitchen, the knife. The knife. May as well skim through the kitchen just in case. Looking inside the cabinets, there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, except, this knife block had a missing knife from it. For a kitchen knife to go missing at the same time as a knife was found floating around in the boiler room water, that can't be a coincidence. Missing knife. Okay. Let's think, what else? I think that's really it. You want to say something to me, Ava? Blech. Oh yeah. Okay, I think that's it now. Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe the whiteboard too. We can confirm. Casually. Okay, we're saying, my bad, I didn't really read it. The game and the murder took place within the same hour. Taking another look at this whiteboard. Yeah, I could see why the killer chose to attack so soon. 8 potential witnesses all situated in one place, too preoccupied with the video games to notice the world around them. There couldn't be a more perfect time to strike. Tournament timeline. That's it? No. Oh my, would you look at the time? I dare to say we ought to get this trial started soon. How does 20 minutes from now sound? Great. Please continue to investigate until then. See you later. Okay, I was gonna say, I need to talk to everybody about their whereabouts. There's only 20 minutes until the trial, and I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue who it is, but I said I'm gonna figure it out before the trial starts. So,
Hang on.
Damon! Jeez, how does she keep scaring me? The investigation's almost over. We need to find the other 3 and hear their testimonies.
That's...
The other 3?
As I was saying.
Toshiko, Ingrid! I forgot about Ingrid. So that's 4 people. Jean, Toshiko, Ingrid, and Diana. Toshiko, Ingrid, and Diana.
Jeez.
Alright, calm down. Desmond said they were in the courtyard,
I'm
right?
talking.
And Diana's in the laundry room. Then let's talk to Diana first, since the laundry room is in the same building. In the meantime, don't panic, okay?
Can't you see?
I'm not panicking. As she said that, she motioned for me to follow her over to the door. Ava might deny it, but the anxiety which had been bubbling up inside her was clearly starting to boil over. Although, with how fast my own heart was beating, I guess she's not alone. I'm glad they're actually like nervous and scared and everything. I guess that was something pretty consistent with the other games. Like the actual Danganronpa games. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I also never played laundry room. I never really played a Danganronpa game. Like I said, like I watched them be played, but I never played one. So this is a different experience. Alright, if Desmond's telling the truth, then Diana should be in here. I mean, why wouldn't he be telling the truth? She's looking real guilty. Off to the side, just grabbing her arm. Oh. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Diana was standing with her back pressed up against the wall, arms wrapped around herself in a tight embrace. She's in even worse shape than before. Diana, I need to ask you a question. But please give me a moment. It's been kind of rough. No. The investigation is going to end really soon. We can't wait. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. What has she been doing? She's just been crying the whole time. I'm sorry. Like, I get it, you're emotional, but dang, you know? This whole time we've been investigating, you just been in here crying. What were you doing during the blackout? Oh, the blackout right before the body was discovered. I was just in my room alone doing my makeup. And you have the most suspicious, that's not no alibi. You don't have any makeup on though. I was experimenting with new combinations, so I wiped it all off already.
I see.
And you don't have no evidence that you was even doing the makeup. So you were alone in your room the entire morning? Yeah, I just wasn't feeling up to it. But yesterday you said you were gonna be pretty busy and you couldn't do the game tournament.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick all of a sudden. Do you mind if I go back to my dorm? I've asked all the questions I wanted to. Thanks.
So,
Do you think she was acting weird at all?
That's...
No weirder than the others. Anyway, since Diana gave a testimony, I can cross her off my list for now. Dang! Which means the only people I still need to speak to are Ingrid and Toshiko. We want to know until... Yep. Okay, let's go. Run! Hurry up! Okay. At least for the class trial, my voice will be spared because... That dog is so creepy, but my voice will be spared because they should be voice acting. Oh, no, courtyard right here. Yep. Toshiko and Ingrid had retreated under the bandstand at the center of the courtyard. The larger girl was comforting the smaller girl who'd completely hidden her face behind her fan.
Hello?
Hey, have either of you been investigating? Investigating? Toshiko lowered her fan to reveal a pair of puffy eyes. I don't know. What are you expecting me to do?
Seriously?
To look for clues? Clues? How am I meant to do that? It's not like I've had to solve a murder before, you know? And we have? I get it though. My hands have been a bit full, so no luck finding any clues. I can see why.
moving on.
Okay, well, did you at least notice anything suspicious this morning? It could be a person acting odd or a strange sound. That's what most real-life testimonies talk about anyway.
Think this through.
A person acting odd. Maybe not at the time, but looking back, it definitely seemed a little strange. Do you want to tell them, Toshiko? Okay, fine. This morning I saw Wolfgang. You saw? When did you see him? In the dorm hallway on my way back from the pharmacy. The dorm hallway. Just as I was about to enter my room, I saw Wolfgang leave his. Oh, Wolfgang. What a coincidence running into each other like this. Are you already on your way to the tournament, Miss Kaira? It's rather early. Of course not. A professional like myself knows better than to attend some silly willy little party. Right, my apologies. What about you? Are you going to the tournament? That's correct. I'm going to the tournament. I'm just heading to the laundry room right now. There's a batch of clothes I accidentally left behind in there.
That's...
Wolfgang said he was going to attend the tournament?
Strange.
Yesterday he told everyone he was too busy to attend. And this morning he said he was too sick. I assumed he'd change his mind. I had no reason to question him. I heard bits and pieces of their conversation from inside my dorm. The whole thing couldn't have lasted longer than a minute.
Bit complicated.
Toshiko and I were bunk buddies, by the way. Thought I'd mention that in case Damon didn't know. Okay, thanks. Anyways, when I heard what Wolfie said, my first thought was, leftover clothes? I don't remember any leftover clothes. But I I figured I must have been misremembering. What with my head aching and all.
Huh?
Aching head. I was suffering a terrible headache this morning. Couldn't even see 2 steps in front of me, let alone get up from my bed. That's why I had gone to the pharmacy. I was hoping to procure some medication for Ingrid. Not my proudest moment, I'll admit, but I knew I couldn't trust Toshiko. I knew I could trust Toshiko with the job.
So,
Do you know what time the interaction with Wolfgang happened? I think 10 past 8, probably.
how should I put it?
The conversation happened just a little after the morning announcement. That I could tell you with confidence. Yes, 10 past 8 would probably make the most sense. When the announcement initially played, I was just about to leave the pharmacy. Then she was already inside the pharmacy by 8 a.m. So Wolfgang, he looked totally fine when you saw him?
Sure.
Yeah, nothing seemed awry. Doesn't that call into question what Grace told me earlier? Either Grace lied to me about Wolfgang calling in sick, or she was telling the truth, and Wolfgang just got outed as a liar. But then, why would he tell Toshiko that he was going? I could probably deduce an answer if I know what time Grace left Wolfgang's dorm. If she left before 10 a.m., then she would have probably already been out the picture by the time Wolfgang made his move. Hence, why she only remembers him in bed. However, if she left after 10 a.m., I'm saying 10 a.m., my bad, 10 a.m., then she would have been there for Wolfgang's encounter with Toshiko, which means she lied about Wolfgang being bedridden during a period of time she was in his dorm. Funny how she never gave me a time. What else happened after Toshiko saw Wolfgang? That blackout sure gave us a spook. Toshika and I decided to stay where we were until the lights turned on, though we did watch you and your buddies pass by.
Huh?
You saw that?
How should I put it?
Heard it first, then took a peek. I would have said something, but I still wasn't feeling my usual self, so we watched you up until you all went down the stairs. That must have been how you found the crime scene, right? Wait. Okay. All fingers are pointing to Diana. Cause what you mean you was just in your room doing your makeup? But I feel like that's too obvious. And she's been acting weird like when she came up to me trying to get some info. Like, bro, if Ava want to tell you her secret, she'll just tell you. You know, if she wants to talk to you, she'll talk to you. And I don't know. Let me just close this conversation out. But
Too much for me.
yeah, I think it's too obvious that it's her, so it's not her. Such a terrible sight. I can't believe someone here may actually be behind it. Me either. Let's just hope we can solve it. Dang, and that's it. That's... Alright everyone, that's time. Please drop whatever it is you're doing and proceed over to the Tree of Ignorance. Don't make me wait too long, otherwise you'll be in for a shocking surprise. Get it? You're not Monokuma, you're Tozu. Because our trinkets can zap you. Anyway, come on, just go. It's time.
Fingers crossed.
You two, go on ahead. Toshiko and I'll catch up.
Listen to me.
Okay, let's go, Damon. Right. I mean, I guess the group will trust us now, though. Me and, Ava. Because the main man who was spewing out that distrust towards us is gone, so I think we're gonna be cool in the group now. Ava and I made the short trek to the room with the tree. Once there, we waited for the others to arrive. Eventually, everyone had shown up. So, how are you guys feeling?
It's me.
Words wouldn't do it justice. Ugh, I'm feeling pretty bad. I can't tell you how I feel when I don't even know what I feel. I'd rather we save the talking for the trial. The trial. In just a few moments' time, we were going to be down there in the trial room, fighting for survival, using only our words. Damon, get it together. Get a grip. Before the door in the tree opens, I need to ask Desmond if he has any information about the taser gun.
Hi.
Hey. Hey. His voice was steady, but his eyes kept darting around the room. Did you check the taser?
Right.
Right, I did. Any findings? Just one. The gun blast doors were missing.
Huh?
Blast what?
Eh?
All of a sudden, the ground... Oh no, not again! Oh, hold on to something, everyone. Okay. The way they were acting felt like the floor was gonna fall from underneath us. Like, it's just a door opening, guys. Chill out. The tree of knowledge. The tree of knowledge, a symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists here only as a barren replica. The tree of... We've read this before, and justly so, for... Yeah. Anyway, as you were saying... No, we literally do not have to cut this conversation short. In that sentence, instead of saying that, you could have told me the other thing. I'll explain everything during the trial. Let's not keep this goat guy waiting. Okay, I guess, never mind. You're fine then. Just as long as you tell me. Oh man, this is really happening. We're so screwed. We're totally gonna die.
It is how it is.
If you go in expecting to fail, chances are you will.
Game over, man!
I'm gonna think of failure even more because you said that.
Hold your horses.
Look at it this way. Who here are the cards more stacked against? 14 people working together to solve a murder, or one person trying to lead everyone else astray?
Are we ready?
If anyone's in for a struggle, it ain't the group of 14.
Do you think?
He made a great point. Great point. Statistically, the odds are in our favor here.
It'll be okay.
Exactly. Luck will be on our side.
No, it's not.
That's new. Mark is actually... Whoops, I didn't mean to press that. Mark... Let me just stop talking. If luck was on our side, we wouldn't be in a killing game to start with. We gotta see him do like a Eva transformation, you know? Or maybe he's just quiet. That's cool too. Can I say something before we go? Oh, what is it? It's a message for the killer. Huh?
What did you say?
A message for the killer? The person here who killed Wolfgang. Whoever you are, can you please step forward? Step forward and get myself executed? No. I'll be like, I would be my jaw would drop if somebody really stepped, if somebody really took a step forward. I'm ending the video on that note. Huh?
I want to help.
We don't have to do this class trial. If you could just find it in yourself to step forward and bring this whole thing to an end already, then please. Despite Diana's pleas, no one came forward. The killer looking like, dang. I mean, I'm not doing it, so...
Come on.
If someone's determined enough to commit murder, they won't back down because of one person's pleas. I'm about to say, like, dang, I killed Wolfgang, but Diana crying over there is actually making me really feel bad, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let me just tell them I did it. No. It's not gonna happen. That would be crazy if it did, but... Since we're on the subject, I also got a message for the killer.
Dumbass!
Don't forget that the punishment fits the crime. Enjoy the death penalty, okay? Yeah. I can't wait to see who it is. Grace spat out the words and disappeared into the opening of the tree.
Can I go now?
Co-signed.
Slow down.
Yo, broski, wait up! One by one, people began to follow suit. I guess if it's time to go, cause I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down after we get down the elevator. But I can't see nobody killing Wolfgang. I'm gonna break it down before the video ends, but we knew where the stairs would take us and where the elevator afterwards would deliver us. But can I get that leaf off my head? But everything beyond that was shrouded in uncertainty. There was no mock trial awaiting us, no Fox murder designed to waste our time with a stupid mystery. No, this is real. Wolfgang is dead. Come on, Damon, get a hold of yourself already. Taking a deep breath, I approached the opening of the tree and descended into the darkness. God. Oh, Fiona, you really... Whoa, that looks like an eye right there on the elevator. My bad. I was singing that song because of Grace. Look, she looks like Fiona because of her ears. She needs the full hat though. The same elevator, the same slow churning of metal, and echoing sounds of clunky machinery. What could Ulysses possibly be taking note of on the elevator? Is he like writing how many floors we're going down or something? Wait, and yet something was different. Someone was gone. Someone who I had never held in high regard, but who was still a person nonetheless. I mean, I held him in regard. I don't know if I would say high regard, but like, I really enjoyed him. A person with feelings, a person with aspirations, a person with family, a person who will never be able to speak again, who we will never hear from again, not a single word. Wow. And if they're saying the whole shoes thing, you know, what Kai and me were saying, Diana is wearing heels. I would have won. I would have never thought about that. If I was in this game, I would have just been stomping away and they would have known it was me. But for the person to have consciously thought, dang, let me take my shoes off so I could have socks on and they wouldn't be able to tell it's me, then it only points to Diana. Am I ready for this? Was what I did during the investigation the best I could have done? Will it be enough to carry me through this trial? Will it be enough to lead me to Wolfgang's killer? I won't know until I do it. Until I face this trial head on. There's no way I can place my faith in the other people here. There's no way they'll come to the correct Dang! Our survival depends on me. Ain't no way Cassidy gonna determine the killer of this case. There's no way. The elevator began to slow, snapping me back to reality. I adjusted my tie and stood up tall, and when movement stopped completely, I ended the video. The doors opened. And then I ended the video.
Rise and shine.
No. I gotta stop doing that, cause then the video's still going and y'all just looking at me like somebody call an ambulance. I think I've caught a case of deja vu.
Isn't this lovely?
It feels like only yesterday we were playing detective with the corpse of a crime scene. My, how insolent and chipper so many you used to be.
Interesting.
After all that black back and forth over a simple whodunit mystery. Oh, howdunit, yeah. Howdunit mystery. I'm truly curious what today's trial will yield.
Yeah.
Just to remind myself, our names are on the podiums, right? Eager to start, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to find your podium, just look for where your name is written.
The show must go on.
Come on now, hop to it. I'm so surprised. I mean, I'm so excited, I can barely wait a second longer. I really don't want to do this.
Oh, crud.
We gotta do as he says, though, otherwise we're gonna get sniped. Knowing we were powerless to disobey Tozu, we began to disperse and locate our podiums.
Hey.
It's okay, everyone. If we work together, we can do this.
We can't give up.
Right, guys? If we work together, we can solve this case. So come on, let's do this. For Wolfgang. Although her words elicited nods from the other students, the expressions on their faces told a different story. It was an expression I couldn't help but feel conflicted over in a moment where I shouldn't have been focused on my feelings. An expression of unmistakable fear. Dun dun dun! For days now, I've been angry over the mock trial. Angry at how much people resented me for telling the truth, how they twisted my words and assumed my intentions. I'm angry, but that didn't mean I wanted to be right. I would have been happy for reality to prove me wrong, for no one to buckle under pressure of the killing game. But good endings like that only exist in stories. Reality was apathetic to what we wanted, and the events of today proved we were at its mercy. Rest in peace. So I stood there at the podium, conflicted. To think this tragedy could have been avoided had people just listened to me. But who was it that encouraged everyone to turn on me? I wonder. Does it start with a W and end with a G and rhyme with Wolfgang? That is not a word. Who was it that encouraged everyone to trust each other? Is that the victim of the case? If Wolfgang hadn't been so naive, if he just told people to protect themselves rather than each other, then maybe he would still be here. Now, I don't know about that, but regardless, I can't let myself be consumed by what ifs. Although the others may have failed at preventing Wolfgang's murder, I, at least, can solve it. I'll uncover this killer, let them face the consequences of their actions. I'll solve this case and survive. Bro, it's been literally a week. Y'all couldn't... Okay, the video's over now. Y'all could not go a week without killing each other? What? It took a week for murder to happen. Y'all didn't even let... Oh my gosh, like y'all didn't even know each other for real. Our living conditions weren't even bad. You know, I know he just gave the motive out, and I'm not sure what on the motive maybe caused somebody else to act, because I'm assuming, they gave the note, so Wolfgang, he wanted to know what was on his paper. But I'm saying, besides, like for the killer, what made them right there think, yeah, I gotta kill somebody? Was it their motive, like their secret that they had, I guess? Or did, like, finding out their secret cause them to be like, I gotta wild out, I gotta kill somebody, like, cause I'm just thinking, it's just been a week, our living conditions aren't bad. Why? Okay, but anyway, we're gonna get into this trial next video. And can I look at my truth bullets right now? We're gonna review these truth bullets right now, and I'm about to make my prediction pre-trial, because I said I would find out who the killer is before the trial starts. So let's review them. First, we have the blackout. Yeah, Winona and Ulysses were together, and they were by the giant tree, so they didn't even experience a blackout. Winona Yeah, Winona, Ulysses, and Eloise was with Desmond in the courtyard. But I can't remember. We didn't get Desmond to confirm that though. I don't know why she would say that if he wasn't able to confirm it, but I don't think we got Desmond to confirm it. But those 4 did not experience the blackout. Then there were blood spots in the boiler room and the hallway. They also flipped the doorknob so that they could probably lock somebody in. You know, Wolfgang, they could lock Wolfgang in. Wolfgang's hands. Burn marks all over his hands. I'll say that's from being tased. Okay. He was killed at 9:35. I mean, yeah, 9:35, and the power went out at 9:35. The extension cord is frayed. And I think also, Jet, earlier, you know, okay, maybe this is too much, but the vent is connected with those 2 rooms, right? And Jet earlier in that room was like, yo, something's a little off, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's just, I mean, everything is off. But maybe he was also being kind of affected by that smell, that chemical reaction, you know, maybe it seeped through the vent or something. We don't even know what this is. I would say it's a tablet, but we have watches. We don't have tablets. Oh my gosh. What could this be? Unidentified material. Maybe, is it like a DS or something? It's like something that Wolfgang won from the pachinko machine. I don't know. Okay, the rolling pin. So, I think for sure, boom, he got hit in the back of the neck with this. Oh my gosh, it's too much. It's too much. It's too Y'all, I don't know who it could have been. I don't know. Y'all, to the players in this game, the victims, the potential victim, you are so lucky. I mean, potential victim, potential killer, you are so lucky. I don't know who you are yet. I can't say for certain it's anybody, but Diana, I mean, she's definitely suspicious, right? She's 100% suspicious, but I think that is too obvious. But if Winona and Ulysses were together, Jet, Mark, Cassidy, Ava were together before, like, setting up the game, they're all in a safe category. Ulysses and Winona are in a safe category. And then Ingrid and Toshiko are in a safe category. Because they were together in the morning. Oh my gosh. It's just, I feel like all fingers are pointing at Diana. And possibly Jean, I guess, because he wasn't there before the games is set up. So possibly Jean. I guess possibly Grace, but I don't think it's Grace. What was Eloise? Eloise too. Because I still think she said that Desmond could confirm her, but I don't think we confirmed with Desmond. And Desmond's suspicious anyway. We throwing all 4 of them over there. So Desmond, Eloise, John, and Kai. Oh, Grace. And I'll say Kai too, even though I doubt it's Kai. But there was like a little window. Like, I just think it was weird that we woke up late. You know, maybe it was the transition from sleeping on the sofa to finally getting to sleep in the bed. But we don't ever oversleep. Like, that's something that's just strange and only happened that day. But there isn't any kind of evidence that supports the fact that Kai, like, I don't know, muted the speaker or something. So that kind of shoots that whole theory down. But I'll still put him up on my 5 suspects list. So I got Kai. Okay, I have Kai, Desmond, Eloise, Jean, and Grace. Those are my 5 suspects. Wait, what am I saying? Not Grace. Diana, why is she not up here? Okay, I have 6 suspects. Even though I really don't suspect it's Grace. I'ma just keep her on there because she needs to be talked to. Like, these are all the people I have slight suspicion for. So I'm gonna say Kai, Jean, Desmond, Eloise, Grace, and Diana. Those are like the 6 people that's like, okay, I'm kind of looking at you a little funny, you know? Even though, okay, I doubt Grace did it, and I doubt Kai did it. I'ma just keep them up there. I really doubt Diana did it too, because like I was saying, it's too obvious. But anyway, we gonna end this video now, because if we don't, I'm just gonna be talking away. So if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, subscribe, and look, turn on them post notifications, right? Be notified when I be posting these videos. And in the comments, go comment down who you think it is. Don't spoil. If you know who it is, don't say who it is. Don't spoil for me or for any of the other people, you know, who are watching me play this game who don't know, you know. Just don't spoil. Don't do that. But hey, we gonna find out next episode. We gonna find out who it is.